Welcome to another episode of Shanghai. Now I'm in a suburb which is called Jiading, and I found this place is quite interesting maybe for you guys. So I drove like 25 kilometers.
The Zhouqiao Old Town has almost 1,000 years of history. It can be traced back to the ancient Song dynasty. This old pagoda is called Fahuata, which is the landmark of Zhouqiao. It was built during the 12th centuries. I'm always be attracted by the historical signs and the relics of my homeland, but few remain so.
Today it requires a reservation to access this ancient place. I think it's got like 1,000 years old history. So I decided to make a reservation, and I made it from the WeChat. But I have to wait 1 hour to come back here again.
I got started to explore this old town which I haven't been here before or even noticed in my life. This reminds me that if I'm not doing YouTube channel, probably I would be someone has less interest to explore this planet where I am. Fortunately, now I pump the energy to experience this planet as much as I can, not only for myself, but also to share my experience to who has the same interests, but maybe has less time and resources to do the same things.
It seems if I don't find any topic to talk about, it's a little bit boring today. So I decided to sit down and find out another topic. I think the majority of you guys, if you are a foreigner, you wouldn't be able to experience it in China, because today I'm going to talk about the working experience with the Chinese national owned company. And the company that I served was quite very famous. I served there for about like I think it was 4.5 years. I'm pretty understand how the national company works inside.
To work in a Chinese state-owned company to many people means stability and a better living standard. That's why you see many Chinese even spend money to get recruited, because they believe once they hired, they will get the money back.
As a Chinese, if you want to get into those national-owned company, and if it's like famous national-owned company like the oil company or the telecom company, you need to find someone like has your connections, because they provide like pretty nice compensation and the salary, etc. So everyone wants to serve there, but it's not like every Chinese a rural farmer you got a chance to get inside. You need a certain connection to get into there. So I didn't like accomplish those recruitment by my own, and my dad got some connection to those quite high-level senior administration position. So I got a chance to be hired over there once I just graduated from the college.
So compared to many students get unemployed once they graduate from the university, I actually didn't have bad experience for searching jobs and attending hundreds of interviews, or get a very low paid startup job back to the year 2002. But I want to share you how bureaucracy there was.
I found this place. It's very chill, so pretty nice and not too hot, not too cold, not too windy. So I'm going to continue my topic today. So where were we? So I got into that national company. It was a telecom company for sure. Today you got like Huawei and ZTE, and that one is also part of the national department that controls the entire telecom industry in China. So they have like connections to all those retailers, to all those operators in China to sell their devices. So I was part of them to develop the PHS module, which is a Japanese standard, as similar as GSM, but that was a little bit different standard. It was applied in China for a fairly short time, like 5 to 10 years maximum, and then it was faded out by a 3G and 4G network. I work for the telecom industry quite early years ago, because my parents, especially my dad, is an old telecom engineer, and his company was during before the open up of China. All those telecom organizations and factories belongs to the military. So my dad for sure got some connection to the high level guys in this industry. So that's why I got a lot of inside view about the Chinese telecom industry. So like Huawei and like ZTE, before those company was founded, all those factories and design centers belongs to sorry, all those design centers, design houses, and the manufacturers belong to the military. So, and then after the open up, those companies do like joint investment with international companies like AT&T, like Lucent Technology, but they only share like 49% of the shareholder, and the national companies still own like 51%. So they have they have to ensure they do got like dominated shares to control the entire. Was it? For me, it wasn't a bad experience, but it's all up to like how do you define good and bad. So I have to get into the office like 9 o'clock in the morning. So you need a badge card to scan in, and then they know when did you arrive the company, and like in the evening, like 5:30, you can just go back home. And the way of working over there is very bureaucratic, because you got those like 50 or 60 years old ladies and old dude that mainly almost controlling the entire organization. And as a young engineer, if you go there, they treat you like some kind of baby. They don't give you like important stuffs to get started with. They always hold those powers or knowledge, or like they just don't give you some kind of important things to do, because they don't want you to involve into the important project maybe. And yeah, so what you can do some boring stuff, those repetition work, copy this, copy that. And I was first served in the IT department, because those like national companies, their IT was really poor. I mean, it's not like nowadays in Huawei or ZTE. Now, like in the old days, I mean, in the 2003 and 2004, they don't worry too much about their security issues in the email, right? They don't care about your authorization to access a certain document, right? So basically, what I did was just do some coding stuff, very basic ASP, JSP coding stuffs to release some information in the intranet. Then it was some kind of like BOM and product information management in the database. Anyway, let's cut this nonsense. As a young person, you probably want to do like to develop your career in the company, and you want to learn more and more, right? But you got those like old dudes and very close-minded. They even don't spell a letter of English, but I speak quite good English as well. But I didn't get an arena that I can show off my skills, because you don't need to speak English in a national company, right? And so what I did was like, you can just sit in the office. Maybe one day you do like 2 hours work, then the rest of the time then go surfing on the internet. And yeah, and you know, the very top senior guy in that company is like some kind of like a gangster. Every time when they walk out, they have like 10 followers wear like black suits. And when they give you salary or bonus, they always carry a huge bag of cash, which is like a mafia or something, very ugly look like. And you know, their knowledge is very limited, and the only thing that they know how to perform the business is to bribe. And they have like high level connections to the whole information and technology department of the nation. So that's enable they distribute our like handset, our cell phone, to different regions to ensure the sales. And our salesmen, you know, in the company was just like those drunk dude. I mean, they are pretty good at drinking alcohol. They are pretty good at singing karaoke, and they are pretty good to praise someone on the top. So the only thing, or the majority of the thing that they have to do, is to entertain their management level and to secure their position. So that's one point.
Okay guys, let's sign off here. The topic isn't finished. I want to see your feedback of this topic to see if I can share the rest part of the talk, which is about plagiarism of the intellectual property, so and so. Thanks for watching. I hope more independent thinking people can participate into this channel, that I have reasons to continue the work when I'm actually a little bit tired now. Thanks for your support.